So this video now is looking at what we call a rollout. I'm going to show you a standing rollout and I'm going to show you a kneeling rollout. So I'm at home at the moment. I've got a pull-up bar attached to my door. It's actually bolted in, it's secure, and obviously the rings are attached to this. You can use a suspension system. It's whatever you've got available to you. So with this exercise is great for, it's a great sort of core exercise. It's also a great one for shoulders. So I've started to use this a lot more with clients now with who have shoulder issues. So whether it's sort of stiff shoulders, even sort of instability, or even if they've got sort of a slight sort of subacromial impingement type issue, I found it's really great because it can provide a really good compressive force, and you can really improve the stability of the shoulder whilst improving the mobility of it as well at the same time. So it's a great exercise to do. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you the kneeling rollout first. So so from here, what you're going to do is make sure that the rings are quite low. And then I'm going to take my arms out straight. So from here now, again, think bracing the core, so the back needs to stay in that neutral position. It's not going to overarch at all. Keeping that nice and still. From there, pressing and putting a lot of weight into the rings. Okay, so my weight is in the rings. And then from there, I'm going to start to roll out as far as it's comfortable. And then I'm going to bring it back in. And again, I'm going to roll it back out. Go to where I can. And then I'm going to bring it back in. Now, if that's too strong for you, what you can do, and what I've had a few people do, is go into where they feel comfortable and then bending the elbows and coming back anyhow, okay? So it's absolutely fine to do that. So again, we're focusing more on the rolling out position rather than the coming in. The coming in is a bit more of a progression. So it's the focusing on the rolling out that we're looking for. So from here, you're going to roll out, go to where you can, and then you're going to bring it in anyhow, okay? So there's loads of alternatives that you can do with this. So we can look at doing single arm. So making sure there's more, pressure on that single arm. This one's just more for support. So again, taking that arm out. And the same on the other side. So you can do single arm. You can also do sort of butterflies. So if you take the arm out, or swimming movement, bring it back in. Okay, so there's a few different variations that you can do with this. This is with a straight arm. You can also do it in a bent arm position and add a bit of a press up, and then you can roll it out. You can have a really good play around. So the great way to play with these. Hi. So from there, that's the kneeling. You can also do them standing. So getting a good base of support. Good girl, good girl. So from there, same thing, making sure all the weight is in my hands. And then from there, I'm going to start to roll out. And then I'm going to bring it back in. Okay, so again, if I'm struggling to bring it back in, I roll out, go to wherever I can. And then I'm actually going to take a step, okay? And then bring it back to the start. So again, rolling out, take it to where I can, and then I'm going to take a step in, okay? So again, that's another option for you. Personally, I really like the standing positions better than the kneeling. That's just my preference. I feel you can get a lot more force within the shoulder, and it's a great way of doing it. So from there now, again, there's loads of variations you can do. Like I said, standing singles, you can swim with them, as in swim motion, sorry, and just have a play around with it. But again, they're a great exercise for your shoulders. No matter, pretty much it covers a whole range of shoulder issues. They work really well. So have a play, see how you get on, and let me know.